Hello and welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Jessica Abella, and I am a tax accountant and business advisor in the greater Seattle area. Happy New Year! It is time again to run down through some of the key figures and key dates as we head into 2026. The first one, standard mileage rate. If you deduct mileage for your business for 2026, the mileage rate is 72.5 cents per mile. That's up from 70 cents in 2025. So in preparing your 2025 tax return, we'll use the 70 cents number. But if you're reimbursing an employee or reimbursing yourself as a S Corp owner, we use the 72.5 cents a mile figure going forward. If you calculate payroll manually, know that Washington's paid family medical leave premiums have increased for 2026. If you're using a payroll platform like Gusto, it will make the adjustment for you automatically. But if you are doing that manually, be conscious of that. Your payroll software may also be asking you to set up an occupation code if you are in an industry that generally accepts tips in order to report correctly going forward for the tips deduction. I have seen that line appear in Gusto. Minimum wage increased January 1st. For Washington State, it is $17.13 an hour, but be aware that it is higher in a number of different jurisdictions. Unincorporated King County as a whole, Seattle, Burien, Everett, Renton, Tukwila, and Bellingham are the ones that I'm aware of, but definitely be sure to know the law where you have employees working, especially if you have employees working in multiple locations. If you have employees exempt from overtime rules, know that those limits went up as well, and just be really cautious that those actually do qualify for overtime exemptions. Sales taxes have increased January 1st across a number of places, King and Yakima counties pretty broadly, but also cities like Bellingham, Edmonds, East Wenatchee, Centralia, and a number of other ones. Again, make sure you're always using the most current rates. The easiest way to do that is by looking up addresses on dor.wa.gov. But if you primarily work in one location all the time and everyone's purchasing from you at your location, you can just look that up once for the quarter. Some important deadlines coming up: January 31st, February 2nd, because the 31st is on a weekend. If you paid any service providers more than $600 over the course of 2025, including landlords, you may need to issue a 1099 to those service providers or landlords unless you paid them by credit card. We have additional videos available on 1099 preparation, but make sure that's on your radar as that's the end of this month. Department of Revenue filings, you most likely need to do one of these if you are, again, a Washington State business. If you are monthly with Department of Revenue, it's due the 25th of every month. If you are quarterly, fourth quarter 2025 is due January 31st, again, February 2nd. And if you are annual with Washington Department of Revenue, that would be April 15th. The most important thing I would like to remind you, though, is that if you are impacted by the new sales tax on services, if you are in advertising, security, giving live presentations, providing IT services, web development, it was a pretty broad list of services that now have to charge sales tax. If you are one of those, you are required to start charging sales tax October 1st. So this filing may be your first time filing under those new laws. You may want to set aside extra time to prepare this one and to reach out for help if you need it. Quarterly and year-end payroll tax filings are also due the end of the month. If your business is running as an S corporation or a partnership, those federal income tax returns are due March 15th. If you're working with our firm, we need your books to be complete and questionnaires submitted by February 15th to file without an extension, though an extension is often something that we do recommend for those entities. And then, of course, your personal income tax return, April 15th. This has just been a quick rundown of dates and key figures for this first part of 2026. Definitely let me know if you have questions. If this was helpful, please click like. If you would like to be notified of the next video, I aim for every other week. Click the subscribe button. Have a fantastic rest of your day and Happy New Year.